Hi there, my name is Swiss Bohemian. Welcome back to my channel. Today I show you my second part of my Doujinshi collection and trust me, I have many things to show you. So let's have a look. The first doujinshi I got is from an anime called Rinne no Lagrange, which was a science fiction series back in 2012. I have not seen a lot of the anime, but I really liked the opening and ending, the music, and I also liked the design of the three main heroines. So I have to be a bit careful with this doujinshi. It's quite thick and it contains some nudity or like quite risque poses. For example, in the back, you know, it's quite suggestive. This doujinshi contains a lot of color illustrations. Some are really nice, for example here. And it also contains some black and white illustrations and a Yonkoma manga. Then I got a doujinshi by Tamaki Akai. This is one of the founding members of Gainax, and I had to like put these on. You never know, you know, YouTube is quite extreme when it comes to that. I don't want to lose my channel. So this is a doujinshi which came out in 2000 and it contains illustrations from Tamaki Akai, who is famous for an old computer game called Princess Maker, but he also drew art for Crest of the Stars. So this is fan art for Crest of the Stars here. And I think he also drew the illustrations of the novels of Crest of the Stars. And yeah, it's not especially safe for work, so I gotta be very careful with what I show you in here. This is Crest of the Stars. And I will get soon some doujinshi of Crest of the Stars, which I will also show you in a separate video. I got this doujinshi from someone in Germany. And this person was at the German convention, it's called Konnichi, in 2006, and he got for me this very nice autograph by Tamaki Akai. Then I got a doujinshi from none other than the artist who drew Yokohama shopping trip, so Yokohama Kaidashi Kikou. This artist is called Ashinano Hitoshi. This is one of his very few doujinshi he published. This one came out in 1997. It contains fan art and stuff of Yokohama Kaidashi Kikou. And also here I gotta be very careful with what I show you because not everything in here is safe for work. You can tell which drawings are by him and which are not. This one is not by him. It must be one of his friends drawing some kind of manzai skit with Kokone and Alpha, which gets more and more extreme. This is Hitoshi Ashinano. Very bizarre, strange humor. This is also him. This is a parody of Conan. And towards the end you get these nice sketches by Ashinano Hitoshi himself. I got another one by Hitoshi Ashinano. This one sometimes contains the same art and also contains some different art. So this doujinshi was published back in 2001 and I think I got both doujinshi also back in 2002 or 3. I think this is, what was that called? It was from Leaf again. Too Hard, I think that was Too Hard. So it's a parody of Too Hard. Then again the same parody of Conan. Then you get like this strange parody of Evangelion. Hitoshi Ashinano's doujinshi name is Suke. And this is all by him so far. A Tenshi parody, then you get also a parody of Utena. It's all by him. And also Tenshi Muyo. And this is Dark Stalkers, what was that called? It's all by him. This is the artist of Bokurano, so it's Mohiro Kito. Also Mohiro Kito. Well, yeah, don't ask me. And at the end you get again these very nice drawings by Hitoshi Ashinano. Now in 2010 I went on the same day to 2 small doujinshi festivals. The first one was called Girls Love Festival. I saw that in a small ad somewhere and it was in the outskirts of Tokyo. It was a smaller event. I remember that it had a few hundreds of visitors and it took place in Otaku Sangyo Plaza in the 2nd floor. And I was allowed to take some pictures. And yeah, like the name says, it's all about girls' love. This is the guidebook of the event, and these are the tables you can get when you are a doujin circle. So as you can tell, this is not big. It's not that big. It's like a really small event. I got there this, well, it's written adult only. Doujinshi of Strawberry Panic. Unfortunately, I cannot show you this. Be My Angel. This is also Strawberry Panic. Yeah, Strawberry Panic. And then this one, which is for sure not safe for work. And at the same day, I had to go to another small doujinshi event, and this one, and this is funny, that's why I went there, this is an event specialized on tights and stockings. Tights, stockings, daisuki evento, Ashipita final. And it took place in Kawasaki, next to Tokyo. It was in a building on the 4th floor, and I remember it was like a small conference room, a small one. And when I got there, unfortunately, the event was almost finished. It's written here, it opened at 11, and the selling of doujinshi went on until 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and there was an after event. I came in really late, unfortunately. But it was really interesting because the event was really small. These are the tables of the event. So imagine you get into a room, like a bigger conference room, and these were all the circles which were there. So it was a really small event. It was strange. So here are the promotion of the past events of the same kind of event, and it's written that's like 4 years. Thank you very much for your visiting the last 4 years. These events took place in different places, but they were all with the same idea, so it's all about tights and stockings. It's really strange. I got there this doujinshi here, Nekomimi House, which is not safe for work. Well, let me show you maybe one drawing. It's like this, and another one which is more or less harmless looks like this. The whole doujinshi consists of these kind of like sketches. This small doujinshi is a yuri only doujinshi, and I think I got this one from the other event I just talked before. It's a very cute one. This one here, unfortunately, is very cute, but not safe for work. You have to be 15 in Japan to actually buy this. Yeah, you can imagine. So this is also very cute yuri manga. This is a good example of a very handmade doujinshi made in small numbers, because they couldn't afford this kind of professional binding like here. No, they did it by hand. So they copied it with like a photocopy machine. The art is quite good, actually. The art is really good. But how the doujinshi is made, it's really it's incredible. Do you see that? I forgot the name in English. They stacked it like that. So it's really fan made. And this is a doujinshi of Ichigo Mashimaro. So Strawberry Marshmallow, which was an OAV series back in the late 2000s and a popular manga. This is a parody manga of Azumanga Daioh and Fist of the North Star. And I got that back in 2001. I think I got that one at the Comiket, which I visited in 2001, or I got it at one of the bigger shops like Toranoana. If you know Azumanga Daioh, you recognize like the speech bubble, and you recognize of course Kyo-chan here, or the cat hat. So I like this kind of humor. How to manage to get around Comiket with a lot of like tips, recommendations. You know, the art is hilarious. Ken selling Pikachu doujinshi or something. I mean, what is that here? So excuse my voice, I still have a cold. I try my best not to cough into the mic. But this is not easy when I see pictures like that. Yeah. Back to Ichigo Mashimaro. A very cute small doujin. The artist is unknown. It's strange, there is no name written on it here. And also not what year it was published. The same in the beginning, nothing, that's rather unusual. Yuri Ichigo. And okay, it's by an artist called Aeon or Numata Keiji, and that's all I know. I also got the following two doujinshi at this Sis-Con, well, this sister, this Yuri or sister, okay, sister only event. Was that a sister only event which I went to Kawasaki-shi, Tokyo Toku Sangyo Plaza? Strange. I think I went to 3 events the same day. That is possible. I went maybe to the 3 events. So I went also to a sister complex only event, and I stayed just for a few hours there. It was in Kawasaki-shi, Sangyo. Okay. So this is the guidebook. Nothing to see a lot here. And I got this one there. And this is more or less safe for work. They're mostly like Yonkoma manga. This is an ad for a doujinshi event called Do Your Best. It took place like in a small city in the Japanese countryside in 2011. I went there and I remember it was like a kind of a gym hall. There's space for 30 circles. I went there were like maybe 100-200 visitors, not more. Like a small school event even. I got this one there, which I was really surprised because it looked super professional. It was sold by a woman there. It was published back in 1992, so this person had probably a whole stack of her old professional made doujinshi. And here's the address. The art is like this classic shoujo manga, science fiction. Quite well done. It's rather professional compared to what I will show you now. Okay, this is really nice. It's like this kind of very beautiful made postcard. See this paper here? It's really well done. It was done with a lot of love. Then I got my hands on this strange furry manga, Stella Episode 1. This person who is drawing this doujinshi only does this and has been doing this for many years. And I got this one here. I think it was also in the small event in the Japanese countryside. So this also is like very fan handmade. Also here again with like postage, like we say in German. See? Do you see it here? I have all the doujinshi. Some of these doujinshi which I'm going to show you now are at least 20 years old, so I got them back in 2001, 2000, around there. Some are even from 1999. I mean, I got them back in 1999. So this is a doujinshi of Escaflowne. Again, one of Escaflowne, and this one is, I mean, this is so cute. You can tell that this must have been someone in high school, maybe even junior high. It's like so handmade. See? Really handmade. And it's I'm not even sure if this was done with like a photocopy machine. Maybe they did like several times a drawing like this, and then they cut it with a scissor like this. See, it's not even straight. They cut it like that, and then they they put it together like this. It's so great. I love this. These kind of doujinshi you won't get at Comiket, because at Comiket you get like the bigger circles and the ones who can like afford to get a table. You can really tell this was like a fan art, and they used like a photocopy machine. So it's not done by a professional company or anything. Again, this is a Escaflowne doujin. Now this was done a little bit better. This came out in 1998, and it's a doujinshi of Too Hard. I think it's Too Hard. She was a quite popular character back in the late 90s. And nowadays I think most people have completely forgotten about her. She was an android. Again, a Too Hard doujinshi, and again, really handmade, and an illustration which was glued on the top of a paper. So this was glued on. Yeah. And I think I got this one at a small event in Tokyo. And this was also in 1999. Now this is a doujinshi of Akazuki-chan. You can immediately tell this is a higher quality doujinshi by some artists which might even be pro. And I got this one used in a K-books in Ikebukuro, I think. This one as well. Angel Drop, again, a doujinshi of Akazuki-chan. Doujinshi of Blackjack, Timeout. This one has a special paper. When you touch it, you can feel this relief. So it has a special paper. I'm not sure if you see it in camera. This one I got back in 2011 or 12. This is Ika Musume, and it's harmless. There's no nudity or anything. It's quite harmless. This one as well, Ika Musume. More in a kind of chibi style, Yonkoma manga. Completely harmless. This is a doujinshi, an original doujinshi by an artist who later drew a professional manga with the same character. This is a small cockroach. So a cockroach which is drawn as a girl. It's called Gokicha. It's all about these misadventures of this cute little cockroach. And the manga was also published in English. I think it's published by 7 Seas. Have a look, it's called Gokicha in the original. This is an illustration doujinshi by an artist called Eins. These are very nice illustrations in my opinion. They are all in color. Now, this is an adult doujinshi, a parody of Evangelion, and I got this one back in 1999 at a doujinshi event in Tokyo, which took place at the same place where Comic Market is. But it was a very small event. I mean, not very small, but it was small. I think it had like several thousands of visitors, but not like hundreds of thousands of visitors. This is a doujinshi by an artist called Dohi Kensuke. And he's still active today. He specialized in very weird, erotic, nonsense gag doujinshi. And because this is not safe for work, I can only show you very little of it. And yeah, I got his signature. I also got this doujinshi at the same event back in 1999 in February. I have no idea what this is about. I think it's an original doujinshi, a gag manga. I got this one. This is a doujinshi of Kare Kano. Kareshi Kanojo no Jisho, His and Her Circumstances, which is a rather well-known shoujo manga, and it became a well-known anime by Gainax and directed by Hideaki Anno, and I was a big fan of the series back in the late 90s. Then I got this one used somewhere in Tokyo, I guess. This is doujinshi of Magic Knight Rayearth, and it's completely harmless. It contains text, some illustrations, a little bit of manga of Magic Knight Rayearth, and I like this one here. This illustration is nice, and it has also this nice paper, like this transparent paper. I have some great stuff in here. This, for example, this is a very thick doujinshi, and it contains a lot of parodies. Some are unfortunately not safe for work, and some are. This is a parody of very different characters. For example, Minky Momo, you have Sailor Moon, you have Dragon Ball, a lot of series which are parodied in here, and also different styles. This is a parody of so-called shonen magazines, and this character here, I forgot the name of the original manga and anime, but this is drawn originally by Masami Yuki, who is the manga artist behind Patlabor. So this has all to do with this character, and it's a parody always with this character. You have, for example, Naruto. You get Chobits. You get Utena. Oh man, this is weird. Of course, Evangelion. Looks so stupid. Of course, you get a parody of Trigun. And I especially like in the back, you get like the back numbers. Have a look, you get some really funny parodies in here. For example, this is supposed to be Love Hina. And other series, but this is Love Hina. If you know the Love Hina, you will immediately recognize the cover. It's from the first volume, and the character's just the same guy with this stupid face. And this as well, this is a mix of different artists, and they parody different well-known manga and anime from the late 90s, early 2000s. It has mostly something to do with Sazae-san, which is a very famous manga and anime character in Japan. So, for example, this is supposed to be Inuyasha. This is supposed to be Love Hina. Of course, Fist of the North Star. I guess this is like the father of the family. You get a parody of Berserk, the mother. Yu-Gi-Oh! Even One Piece. Crayon Shin-chan. And here as well, the back numbers as well. Have a look at this one. I love this one. That's Dragon Ball. Or you have like Golgo 13, but it's written Sazae 13. So this one is a parody doujinshi of Love Hina, made in the style of dolls which were popular in the early 2000s. Dolls which were always lying around. This parody is one of the covers of Love Hina, and it's written Tare Hina. There's even German. Mein lieber Ketaru, sehen Sie mich, das Monstrum in meinem Selbst ist so groß geworden. Oh great, this is a parody of Monster by Naoki Urasawa. Now we get some parodies of Azumanga Daioh again. This is a parody doujinshi of the movie. I went to watch the movie in the cinema back in 2001, I remember. Some of this stuff here is great. So you have this is like a leaflet, it parodies the game from Nintendo. Of course, this is Princess Mononoke, Chio-chan with her dog. This is all a parody of Mononoke. Ikiro, live. Really weird stuff in here. Okay, this is a parody of Star Wars, Episode 1. Of course, Osaka is Jar Jar Binks. Of course. Fits perfectly. Okay, Sakura Taisen. Slayers. Digicharat. All things which were popular back then. And one of my favorites is in the back. This is a parody of Sento Chiro no Kamikakushi, so Spirited Away. Of course, Kimura is No Face. Perfect. The perverted teacher is No Face. And then at the end, there is a Kimura in all of us. Minna no naka ni Kimura sensei wa imasu. Perfect. This again, Azumanga Daioh. And again, Azumanga Daioh. Now we get to some doujinshi which I got back in 1999 during my first trip to Japan. I remember I went into one store which had a lot of used doujinshi. I think it was Shinjuku. I went in and I saw all these parody doujinshi and I just bought a lot of those. Yeah, let's have a look now. So this is a this is a great one. This is excellent. It has some really great, funny things in here. some really weird stuff. Really weird. You have like a small poster as well. But I really like this drawing here. Really like that. And it gets even better. You get like a Fuyutsuki special. You want to look like Fuyutsuki? Here, you can make a mask out of it. Oh man. What the heck is going on in here? Janai gymnastics. To learn some gymnastic moves. Now we get some older doujinshi from Sailor Moon. The artist is called Kaname. This is a doujinshi of Urusei Yatsura, but I think it's the same artist, an artist called Kaname. Gosh, this is nightmare fuel. Jesus. Now this is a very old doujinshi. I don't remember where I got this one. It must have been a K-Books. And this is a doujinshi of Silent Mobius. And I realized it's really old. It was published in 1991. So it is probably the oldest doujinshi I have in my collection. And finally I got a bigger but very thin doujinshi of Giant Robo, which is a really good OAV series. If you have never seen Giant Robo, I really recommend you to watch it. It's great. Now that concludes the second part of my doujinshi collection. Now me personally, I'm very fond of the doujinshi I'm holding in my hand. The one with the cockroach girl, Gokicha, which is really well drawn and cute. Then the very funny, hilarious one with Fuyutsuki from Evangelion. The parody manga from Azumanga Daioh with Princess Mononoke. And finally, the one from Hitoshi Ashinano. Which one of the doujinshi I showed you in the video did you like? Let me know in the comments down below. I'll get some new doujinshi soon from Japan from a special science fiction series, and I will also shoot a video about those doujinshi. Thank you for watching until the end and see you next time. Goodbye!